Hello everybody. I'm gonna be going through GBPUSD, which is one of, can't say my favorite, but it's one of the pairs that I normally follow up on and do a lot of analysis on. And on my past analysis, I mentioned that GBPUSD will actually push until this very same level here, but the opposite happened. GBPUSD actually pushed down. Clearly, I can't say it was wrong, but we were in the forex market. We are kind of like trying to predict or try to, just to not guessing, because guessing sounds like it's gambling, but we normally try to like see like certain patterns on how the market will move and wait for entry anchor points and confirmations of what will happen or what might happen. So what happened is that GBPUSD went down, and seems like the dollar gained some strength, a lot of strength during this past 2 weeks. But then the way I see things now, what I said on my previous analysis, it might be happening now or in the future, because already the GBPUSD is showing more like an uptrend, which started from this low here, and it's been pushing up. It's pushing up lately, and what I believe is that it will surely go up there. And if I had to break it down on maybe days, it's clear that this seemed to be a super relevant level, whereby it was tested, broken, tested, and tested again. So looking at the last candle or the last few candles, it's really showing an upward movement, because when this normally happens, it really shows that the market will be going on the opposite direction, and in this case it will be going up. But my confirmation will be breaking of this, because it was once a high of a week sometimes, so it clearly shows that it must be a super strong level. And taking into consideration this level here, I will also include it when I check it out. But I can clearly say that it is going up. That's my take on this one. Moving to CADJPY, which is a pair that I love to analyze. Sometimes I just do it for fun, even if I don't take trades from that. I don't know. I can't say it's easy to analyze, but it just became one of those pairs that I can just spot trades on that. And taking into consideration this particular zone here, which seem to be very important. Ever since it made a gap here, it was like close, but nothing has ever closed above it. Looking at this very same gold zone here, it's giving me a direction of going up, but it will just depend on. No, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. This looks like a consolidation which has been happening for a very long time, because if you look closely at this, it's more like a consolidation, but around here it was starting to show that, okay, now I want to break out of this consolidation thing. So, but looking at it, it wasn't like showing the direction of breaking down. It's breaking up because of the trend that it was like happening here. So hopefully, when the market opens, we will spot a trade somewhere here. Once it breaks it, then I'm in. But in an event that it Monarch rejected, it will. I believe that this and the trend line will be one of the like confirmation or entry anchor points that give us the direction. But if I feel like it might come and retest the trend line, then shoot up. If it doesn't shoot up already here, hopefully the Canadian dollar will gain a lot of strength.
AUDUSD. This pair has been pushing up as we have realized that since last week, dollar has been losing value. So each and every pair has been overpowering a dollar. Like look at if we were to catch entries, I would do this on a H4. This first test, you would have confirmed the buy, but you wouldn't enter. You were just gonna wait. Because usually what happens, this thing, before, if something touches a trend line, what I've realized, you must look for other confluences. Like for instance, there's a resistance here. There was a support here. So if it touches for the first time, yes, it's concluding that it's gonna push up, but wait for the breakout. The breakout happened here, but two candles before that was already indicating that this is about to push up. Mind you, this is a higher time frame, which means if it shows this on a higher time frame, it indicates that it's gonna go up for a while. So you would enter on this candle. As this one is the breakout candle, you will enter on this one, depending on how this one closed. And this obviously closed out of this zone here. So for you to secure your profits and everything, you would put your first TP here. Reason being is when you get to each and every structure or each and every resistance or support, you will expect a reaction. So if you put your TP here, that's why it's important that if the trades are like this, you discover a trade on a higher time frame. It's best you open two positions, whereby the first one will hit this TP, and the only reason for you to hold another one is if this candle breaks out of your first TP. Like it did break out. So you are gonna hold it, and let's see where you would have put your second TP. This would have been your second TP. This structure here. And it was hit. Then you secure your profits. As I say, each and every structure you'll find a reaction. Look what happened after it hit the TP. It retraced back and came back to the trend line again. Now, if you want another re-entry, remember you have another structure here, which was your first TP, but also it's a structure. Look, you will wait, after it touched here, you wait for it to break out of this structure. And here is your breakout. And you enter on this candle. And And then most of what happens is every trade will go on a drawdown, which means it will go on to test maybe the entry level or something like that. And this is what happened here. It's just to scare you out of the market, to make fake moves before the real moves happens. As you can see, this one closed with a hammer, but to the bottom, which was gonna also scare you, even if it closes with it's green, but was also going to scare you to get out of the trade. Which means these two candles are fake moves before a real move happened, which happened with here, these two. Which means if you enter here, this remains your target again as your first TP. If you entered again with two positions, this will be your first TP, and you wait and see what happens here. And immediately when it happened, hit the TP, came back down, which now brings me to why always this happens in this level. It indicates that this level is very strong. Every time it's touched, there is massive moves. As you can see here, this is a long wick with a small body, long wick with a body. And the wicks shows that the pressure in this level, it's a lot. It can't, the body it can't close there. It's only the wick that will be there. Body retraces back. Now, coming into when we are to look into where we might see this pair going. Already this level here is being touched so many times and it's been rejecting. So we wait for it to push, break out of this level. As we can see, dollar is losing strength. Day in and day out, it's losing strength. So which means Australian dollar will, if it gets stronger in the coming week and it breaks this, we must look for a massive move because this level has been tested so many times and been rejected so many times with powerful rejections. So the possibility is that we might break out of it. And what we look for after a breakout, we look for a retest to get a proper entry and go up with the currency, with the pairs. Going down to the smaller time frame, you can see even in a smaller time frame here, you can see this zone, it's hard to break it. The whole week, this zone was never broken. So, and also after the market came back here, look at these two spikes here. Let me just adjust there's two spikes here and it went up. So for me, it's indicating already, this you can call it a W. It's indicating that it's pushing strong up to break this because it's been creating like higher highs, higher lows. But now, since I've realized that if a higher high was here, then the next high, it's lower than this one. Usually the market starts consolidating on that new high. And as you can see, the market came here, but only with this candle. But all the other candles after this high, look where the bodies are. They can't pull out of this new, you can say it's a higher low. So what we should look for is a breakout out of this whole structure here. Let's see where is the structure coming from originally. You see, it was even there in March. So it's only, the market only came back to it this past week. But looking at the flip side of this pair, if we get another rejection on this level, then we should look for a long way down, because this pair has been going up for the longest of time, since March here. So if we were to look for a sell entry, it's looking for the market to reject this again. Yeah, as it's already rejecting, but on a Monday, we let it move and see what happens. Because what might happen is the market might consolidate between these two on a Monday, between these two. So we wait for a breakout between this and this for us to see the direction for the week on this pair. So that's my take on this pair. I'm basically done with this one. That's one of the trades that we took for the week. We will put screenshots of our trades of this past week. Going to GBPJPY, which is a trade we're still holding. I'll try just break it down on a 1 hour, because we took this trade last week, Tuesday. Yeah, last week, Tuesday, which was on the let me just get the date. On the 19th, which was here. I think our entry came because of, as you can see, there's a, let me just clean out my chart. Okay, there's this here. So what happened is this structure here was broken on the 19th, and we didn't enter, because what happens is you must wait for a retest in the market. So our entry came when it came back to retest, and it closed this candle here. This candle here, you see it's a retest, and it, but no, we entered it during the day. So this was our entry after this breakout. After this breakout, that's when we entered. So because this next candle, it's a retest on this zone, and for that day we were in profit, but we didn't close because our target for this pair was here, and it didn't go to our target. So we hang in that trade, and as you can see, after that, the pair changed the direction to a serious drawdown for the whole week. Now, as one of the rules of Forex is, it's not a loss until you close it. So we were holding this trade up until this past week. As you can see, by Friday, already now it was giving us indications as to now it's about to go up. But now let me break it down to what made us hold the trade. I'll go to a higher time frame of daily time frame. We had this here. So if you can see, it's making a head and shoulder on the higher time frame. So the market couldn't break this shoulder on the left. It couldn't break it here because we were telling ourselves that if it breaks it, then we'll get out of the trade with a loss. So we hang in there, and it kept on. When the week started, it started pushing up. Let's go back to 1 hour. As you can see, it started pushing up Friday already, and it triggered us on profit on Tuesday of the past week, the 26th. As we saw it break this, and it was triggering us into profit. And there was something happening with GBP pairs on Tuesday because all of them were getting a lot of strength. So here it was pushing up. So then it came to our attention that this here will indicate another entry for us. This resistance that was made previous Tuesday and also on Wednesday of last week. So we added another position here. Then our initial target for the trade of the 19th was reached on Tuesday. And the trade we took on a Tuesday was on profit also. So what happened is we held this one closed, the old trade closed, and we held onto this one, which is the trade I'm saying we're still holding right now, which our entry was here. We will also put the screenshots for this trade. Looking at where we entered, and it's been drawdown, profit, drawdown, then came back to profit, another drawdown, then only again yesterday pushed us into a higher profit. But remember, you must always have a target when you're trading. We haven't reached our target, so we won't close the trade. And if you believe in your analysis, you will hold your trades. And as we can see now, it closed. The market closed with us in profit. Somebody will say you should have closed it and walked away, but we believe this pair is still gonna push higher. So we're gonna hang into this trade up until we feel now it has moved enough or it's getting exhausted to move up. Yeah, that is it for our two pairs that we have traded this week. Just a small recap on them. Yeah, thank you very much.